Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Come on. This is the day that the Lord has made. We are rejoicing and we are glad in it. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Tuesday, July the 30th, 2024. And you, if you're joining me live right now, are watching the Ramon Preston Show. Do me a quick favor, hit the like button, hit the share button, tag Lolly Dolly, everybody, let them know that your boy, my squad, we're live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. And today, we're going to be talking about the profiles within a business enterprise. So I'm going to be talking about the 4 main profiles within a business enterprise. Please hit the like button, hit the share button, tag somebody, and let them know that the Ramon Preston Show is on. We are live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta, and we're going to be talking about the 4 profiles within a business enterprise. So if you're looking to become a business owner, if you're already a business owner and you're looking to learn more about how to grow your business and maximize your potential in your business, today's show is going to help you. And every show that we host should help you, because all we talk about on this show is business, money, real estate investing, wealth building, all the things that I believe are necessary and needed for you to put your family, your church, and your community in the best position possible, and for you to have a legacy. So if you're interested in any of those things, you're watching the right show. Welcome to the Ramon Preston Show. If this is your first time watching the show, it's important for you to know. My name is Ramon Preston. I'm the host of the show. And as long as I'm not out looking at real estate or with a client, I show up here every Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time, live on this show in the middle of a workday to share information with you, to give you the game, to show you the endless possibilities that you can use to build a successful business. All right. I also want you to put in the comments what city you're watching your boy from. What city are you watching the Ramon Preston Show from today? I want to know who you representing today. What city, what state, what country? I don't know. You might be with Elon Musk on Mars. Let me know what planet you're representing today. Put it in the comments. Let your boy know. Today we're talking about the 4 profiles within a business enterprise. Now, just for the purpose of making sure you understand how important these 4 profiles are, let me just paint a little picture for you so that you can understand what I mean when I say a business enterprise. So this could be an example of a business enterprise. Of course, you can go further than that. You can have as many entities as you want. So when I say business enterprise, I'm talking about you standing at the top of a main parent company, a holding company. We'll put HC there for a holding company. You have some operational divisions, which are the circles. These could be departments or divisions, or like a supermarket, you have aisles in your store. These are things that represent what you do. For me, I have a holding company. I'm giving myself as an example, Ramon Preston Enterprises. It's a holding company. The primary purpose of a holding company is to hold assets. Other purposes for that holding company, or other ways I can use that holding company, is to have certain operational divisions. So I have consulting services, I have coaching programs, I have educational platforms. These are all high ticket or maybe low ticket intellectual services and offers that we provide, which could easily be divisions. Then these boxes could be other LLCs. It could be real estate. It could be certain products and services that you offer. It could just be it could be a LLC that only holds intellectual property, IP. So there could be digital currency or stocks or bonds. You can have a lot of different LLCs under it. But when I say business enterprise, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you having a business enterprise, not you over here with one business and you out there just scrapping for the next 30 years trying to make a couple dollars, trying to hustle and come up. When I say business enterprise, I'm talking about this type of enterprise. So again, today we're talking about the four profiles within that business enterprise. Now, the four profiles are really characteristics of individuals who are within a business enterprise. These are people, these are positions, these are roles, these are responsibilities, these are offices that people hold, all right? So the first profile, okay, we'll just give you all four, so you can't say I ain't give them to you. So you have the laborer. I actually talked about this last night in my weekly coaching call with my mentees. You have the laborer, then you have the operator, then you have the actual owner, then you have the investor. And I'll explain to you why these four profiles are so important for you to understand and for you to develop and build the capacity for, because it will have a lot to do with where you end up in a business enterprise and how long you stay there in a business enterprise, and if it does anything for you in terms of financial freedom or legacy building. So we have a laborer, we have an operator, owner, investor. These would be considered the four profiles, okay, within a business enterprise. Now, some people may use a different word than profile. Some people may use characteristics. Some people may use avatar. I'm just using the word profile to explain to you that there are four different kind of people that typically work within or that exist within a business enterprise. You have a laborer, you have an operator, you have an owner, you have an investor. Now, last night I had a live coaching call like we do every Monday night, 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a private call that I host for my clients and mentees and students, right? Well, when I gave them these four profiles, one of the first questions that I asked them, and I want to ask you this question. One of the first questions I asked them was this: out of these four, if you had to pick one to become, which one would you want to become? I mean, for real, I want you to answer that question. Put it in the chat, put it in the comments. Let me know if you had an organizational enterprise, or if you ran a business enterprise, or if you just were a part of one, okay, and you had to pick which one of these you wanted to be. Which one would you pick? The laborer typically works for the business enterprise. The operator typically works in the business enterprise. The owner typically works on the business enterprise, and the investor typically works above the enterprise. So I want you to tell me, MJ said investor for sure. For sure. Absolutely. I mean, I asked this question last night on my coaching call. Which one of these do y'all want to be? Do you want to be the laborer working for the business, operator working in it? Do you want to be the owner working on it? Or do you want to be the investor working above it? Everybody answered the same answer. Everybody say, bruh, I want to be the investor, dog. Like, yeah, for real. I want to be the investor, bro. I want to be the one working above. But here's the thing. Most of the people, like on my coaching call last night, everybody on there, they're entrepreneurs. Other than my staff, they're intrapreneurs. But other than that, the clients that I work with are all entrepreneurs. Most of the students that take my courses are entrepreneurs. Most of my clients, if not almost all of them, are entrepreneurs, right? So I want you to see something. Everybody, when I ask them the question, out of these four, which one would you like to become? Everybody answered investor. That was everybody's answer. But I want you to see where the biggest challenge comes in at. Because if everybody answers the same answer, that I want to be the investor working above it, my next question to you is this: then why are we so fixed and stuck on just being a business owner? Why are we so fixed on, man, I gotta start this business. I gotta get this idea off the ground. I gotta create a product and a service so I can start selling it. Literally every entrepreneur will probably say they want to be an investor working above it. But if I talked to that same entrepreneur or those same entrepreneurs, they would probably tell me they believe the idea that they have, that they want to own, is going to be the thing that gets them financially free, when that's really not the truth. And here's the thing: whether you work for a business, in a business, on a business, or above a business, this business or a business enterprise has to have all four of these profiles. So that means when you are an entrepreneur and you decide to own a business, until you can afford to pay people, you're going to be the laborer working for your business. You're going to be the operator working in your business. You're going to be the owner working on your business, even if you never become the investor working above your business. Most entrepreneurs never get to number 4. The truth is, most entrepreneurs never really get to number 3. Most entrepreneurs never go further than the first 2, just for the record. Okay, this is why 90% of businesses fail within the first couple of years, and then maybe 60% of those businesses that are left fail. So that means if 100 businesses started new right now, within a year, 90 of those businesses probably won't even exist, and then within the next 3 years, 6 of those 10 that remain probably won't even exist. Maybe 4 of 100 businesses will exist 5 years from now if 100 got started. But again, 90+% of businesses that start, the owner, the individual who starts it, they never get past working for the business, or at best working in the business. So that means they just started a job. Do you understand? They started a job. So they left a job. You know, the new cliche is, I'm going to fire my boss. The problem is you fire your boss who actually paid you every 2 weeks, only to work for a boss, that's you, who don't pay you. Think about it. You fire your boss in another company that paid you every 2 weeks because they have to pay you. It's against the law for them not to pay you. And then you started working for a boss, being yourself, that don't even pay you every 2 weeks. You don't even pay you every 2 weeks. And I know it because I've been an entrepreneur for 20-something years. And most of those 20-something years, I hadn't gotten paid. Definitely hadn't gotten paid what I'm worth. But most of the times I haven't even gotten paid because everybody else has to get paid before I get paid. Okay, everybody has to get paid. Vendors got to get paid. Staff got to get paid. Whoever does work on whatever's happening in my business has to get paid. I'm the last one to get paid, okay? So I'm just showing you that most entrepreneurs never go beyond laborer, working for, operator, working in. Most entrepreneurs never even become owners working on the business. Because in order for you to become an operator who works in your business, you got to get good at being a laborer working for your business. And one of the most important responsibilities you assume as a laborer working for your business is the responsibility of marketing and sales. It's not developing products. I made that mistake for a long time. I thought developing a product or coming up with a better idea was more important than marketing and sales. Here's what my problem became. Once I had the idea or once I developed the product and the service, I didn't have the skill set to market enough and to make enough sales, which means I was still failing. You get what I mean? So when you are the laborer working for your business, you solo dolo, you a solopreneur, you grinding it out, you the hustler, you waking up every day, baby, doing your thing, right? You getting out here in these streets trying to make some money. Guess what? Marketing and sales has to be at the top of your list, not product and services. Because even if you don't own products and services, you can find them and use them even without owning them. I'm giving you free game, free 99 today, if you understand what I'm saying. So your most important responsibility as a laborer working for your business is marketing and sales. Here's what a lot of entrepreneurs do. They come up with an idea, they start a business, they get tied up in the logo, in the font, in the website, working with people on Fiverr, trying to come up with the nicest funnel and all this other stuff, which makes them no money. And they try to outsource the responsibility of the labor to someone else who doesn't have the responsibility they have to actually run the business. And it may work sometime, but it ain't gonna work all the time. And it's definitely not gonna work over long periods of time. At some point, you're gonna have to come off the high horse and say, I gotta roll my sleeves up and I gotta grind, okay? So this is the first profile within a business enterprise. And again, you don't graduate to here if you don't understand the fundamentals of here. Now, I'm not saying you can't start projecting here, but what I am saying is don't leave here trying to get here just because you want to escape the labor. Okay? You're not trying to escape work. You're not trying to escape responsibility. You're projecting to get to this place, but you're not escaping the place you're at. And then as you become more responsible, active, productive, consistent, and once you become successful in the basic fundamentals of laboring for your business through primarily marketing and sales, you have enough resources financially to become the operator working in it, because now you're able to start delivering better products and better services, whether you use someone else's or own your own. Does that make sense to everybody? And now as you grow into the operator working in your business and you have grown as a laborer working for your business, you're able to start creating systems and processes to duplicate what you've done here and what you've done here so that you can transition to here. Okay? This is a major, major transition, because now I become the owner of my business working on it. But what am I working on? Well, I'm working on managing the activities of other people who are working in and working for my business. I am owning my business, working on the systems and the processes and the standards of practice and the operational procedures. And I'm making sure that my KPIs and all of my activities could be measured, and I have step-by-step processes. This is where you start working on the business as the owner. But at that point, you have enough resources to deploy people, to deploy processes, to deploy staff, whatever you want to call it, or systems. You have enough resources that will allow you to maintain this. But like, I'm an owner. I work on my business. I have a staff. I have a team who work for and work in. But guess what? Any moment I'll jump in there, I'll get out of this and I'll jump right inside of here and I'll grind it out because I know all the ins and outs of working for and working in my business, right? And before I get to the investor, and what I teach my staff and team is this. Even though you work for a business and or work in a business, the goal is for you to make enough money so that you can start putting some of your money inside of things that kick you out money as an investor, so that if you choose to continue to work for or in a business, you're doing it because you want to. I always tell my team that. I tell them that, listen, my goal is to help you get to a point financially that you just showing up every week, not even for a check. You're showing up every day, not even to get paid. You're just showing up every week, every day, every month, every year because you love the results, you love the process, you love helping people, you love to serve, and you ain't even counting the checks that you get paid because you got so much money invested. Your investments are working for you. They're paying for your lifestyle. You're not struggling to make a living from a paycheck, because I want to be able to do the same thing. I want to be able to walk in my office and hopefully have a whole lot of people who work in my office who make so much money as investors. They all work for, but they're working in and for a company just because they want to. They just don't want to be bored. They're not even working in my business or for my business anymore for the check, even though they're still getting a salary or a paycheck or hourly rate, but they're doing it because they want to. How does that happen? Well, that happens by, first of all, you taking the responsibility to work for and in. And even if you never own the business working on, you can always skip to the good stuff here as the investor and learn to work above the business. But how do you ever become an investor? How do you ever work above a business? Well, it starts by you mastering how to labor, how to operate, how to own. Now, for some people, they can skip all of that and go directly to investor, but everybody might not be able to do that. Most people are stuck laboring. At best, most people are stuck operating, working in. And so I'm showing you, especially if you're a solopreneur, if you're looking to get into business ownership, maybe you need to reconsider. Like, I'm at a point in my life and I'm at a point in my professional career as a business consultant, as an investor myself, as an asset manager. I'm at a point in my career where I'm starting to discourage people from starting businesses. I'm telling you, when that used to be how I got paid. I'm starting to discourage people from starting businesses right now. I'm really discouraging people from starting businesses. I'm starting to discourage people from doing that. Now, why would I say that? Here's why I'm saying I'm starting to discourage people from starting businesses, because I don't think you have to be the owner of a business, working on a business, or have to go through the process to start a business, just to own a business, just to say you own something, just to put CEO behind your name. You don't need that to become this. You don't need that to become this. If that makes sense. I'm giving you game for free 99. If y'all understand what I'm saying. You could be an investor working above any business as an investor, but there are certain fundamental skills that you have to develop and to acquire. One of the first skills, if I could explain this, one of the first skills that you have to develop and acquire is the skill of managing money and identifying with assets. right? That's one of the most important skills. Managing money. That's a skill. Now, why am I saying manage money? Because you're probably doing something right now that's allowing you to, let's say, make money. Okay? But some of the most skilled people in the world, they're not the most skilled at making money. And I hope this don't throw your mind off. Some of the most skilled people on the planet are not the people who are so skilled at making money as much as they are skilled at managing money. And a lot of the people who manage money and are more skilled at managing than making money, they're skilled at managing money. Here's why. Because they don't have to make money. Here's what they do. Man, I'm giving y'all some game today. They raise money. I'm finna stop here, man. It's almost 12:30. I'm finna stop here. I'm showing y'all the hack to skip into that good stuff. Not being a laborer working in a business for the next 30 years. Not being an operator working, or being a laborer working for your business, or an operator working in it, or an owner working on it. I want to show you how to become an investor to work above your business. And again, there are people that I know. They're not as good as making money as they are managing money, because they are extremely good at raising money. There is a fundamental difference between making money and raising money. And if you know how to raise money because you know how to manage money, you're going to automatically make money. But that only happens when you go from laborer to operator, owner, to investor. That's where the golden goose lays the egg. And guess what? I'm literally like talking people out today from starting businesses from scratch. Because when you're an investor, you don't have to start a business from scratch. If hindsight is always 20/20. If I knew almost 22 years ago when me and my wife first got started as entrepreneurs, if I knew then what I know now, we hear that all the time, I definitely wouldn't have had to start all these businesses. I would have skipped to the main thing of an investor working above a business. I would not have worked hard to be an owner to work on a business. I would not have gotten so focused on being an operator working in it, being a laborer working for it. I would have become an investor. I would have learned how to understand asset accumulation, asset acquisitions. These are the things that I would have done 21 years ago if I knew it. And as an investor, positioning myself to work above businesses, familiarizing myself with asset accumulation and acquisition, instead of me doing all this other stuff to make money, I would have learned to raise it and manage it through the accumulation and the acquisition of assets. You should go back and rewatch this whole show, because in 30 minutes, I've given you so much game. If you broke it all down, if you took the time to internalize it, it would change your life forever. And as I said, these concepts and principles that I'm talking about, I teach this to my students. I teach this to my mentees. I teach it to my staff, because again, I want them to invest with me while we show up every day and grind it out and hustle and work in the business, for the business, and on the business. I want us to do it because we just want to do it, and do it because we have so much money above the business invested in assets that are making money for us. So with that being said, please give me your biggest takeaway. Put it in the comments. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was from today's show. I love educating people. Every time I learn, every time I grow, I share it with my community because I believe, especially as men and women of faith, particularly those of us that come from communities like my community. I come from a black community, and we need to learn biblical economics, but we need to learn how to apply these biblical economics in the marketplace, not just hypothetically or in theory or just in a sermon or just at a prayer meeting. We need to learn to apply this stuff in real life, real time in the marketplace. And that's what I'm doing. I'm teaching people these concepts and principles, but I ain't just teaching this stuff, I'm living it. And I'm proving it every doggone day of my life. So if there are questions that you have about business or about anything that we've talked about, keep in mind, we have courses, we have educational programs, we have coaching, we offer consulting services, we partner with small business owners, we buy businesses as well as real estate. So we have a whole suite. We have a whole suite of services and resources available to you if, in fact, you need some help, some assistance, and some support along the way. I'm going to put this page up on the screen just so that you can have access to the contact numbers here. These are the numbers that you can contact. You can text the word strategy to one of these numbers if you need to jump on a strategy call. Maybe you just have questions about partnership opportunities, or maybe you have a business or a property that you're interested in selling. Then reach out to me and my team. Let us know. We'll be more than happy to jump on a call, speak with you for a few moments, answer any questions you have, and help you along the way. If for some reason you do have a property that you're interested in selling or a business that you're interested in selling, we are in the business buying and property buying business. The easiest way for us to begin the process of assessing your business or your property, if you're interested in selling it, would be for you to, of course, call us where we can speak to you, or you could just visit RamonPreston.com. You can go to our main holding company's website, RamonPreston.com. When you go to RamonPreston.com, you're going to see our consulting form that you can fill out if you need consultation. You will see our pages and links to selling a business or to selling a property. Either way, we look forward to hearing from you. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all for joining the show today. And today is Tuesday, so as long as we're not out in these Atlanta streets looking at real estate or doing anything with clients, we'll be back here tomorrow, same place, same time, 12 o'clock noon Eastern, right here, ladies and gentlemen, on the Ramon Preston Show. Until tomorrow, have an amazing